Now in Benin, where we'll take you through political parties' primaries, matters arising. There have been matters emerging from the conduct of primary election that took place in some quarter recently. And we have with us joined to discuss this right now is Dr. Abayomi Arababi, who's actually joining us virtually from Abeokuta. Thank you so much for joining us, Dr. Abayomi.
Yeah, thank you.
All right.
Good morning, and thank you for having me. No, I'm not seeing you. I'm not seeing you.
But we can see you, Nigerians can see you, the whole world are seeing you right now, Dr. Abayomi Arabambi. Of course, here in the studio we have with us Comrade Ambassador Kelvin Bosu, who is a grassroots politician, joins us live here in the studio. Thank you for coming.
Thank you, my brother. Thank you for having me.
Okay, let's kick off now. Dr. Abayomi, if you're there, shed light into recent happenings as far as political primaries election is concerned, and how will this impact on the major election? In Edo State in particular, the election is going to be on the 21st of September this year. INEC has already said official campaign will kick off in April. What's your take, looking at some of the intrigues that trailed some of the primaries we had recently?
Well, let me start by generalizing, the issues. But I want to start, by quoting from Benny Dempsey, Nigerian economist, who propounded the hypothesis of corruption. And he said that the decibel of an average Nigerian public outcry is directly proportional to the distance from the opportunity to do exactly what he condemns. The difference between many vociferous, sanctimonious, and pontificating Nigerians, itchy finger and kleptomania is probably the absence of the opportunity to steal. And in all probability, should the opportunity occur, yesterday moral crusader is more likely to crumble and disappear under the weight of corruption. In a nutshell, the man is saying that once you are in the power of authority upon which you condemn others, the noise of this corruption will cease completely. APC have conducted their primary. You saw the shenanigans that occurred. 8 local government result came in. But what happened? Some talk invaded the venue for the primary, and the whole thing was scattered. But they went ahead to announce the purported result and the purported winner. The other people, the man saddled with responsibility, organizing result, went on to announce another one. Then somebody from the local government announced another candidate. And tomorrow, they will not be shouting, judiciary. Judiciary. Now, they couldn't put their house in order because, we have people I am going to term as assassin of our democratic structure. They are now on the prowl, but at the end of the day, they will end up in court. That's what I want to talk about. It's a disappointment that a ruling party will put his house in order.
Okay. Okay, we'll get back to you in a moment. Let's quickly return back to the studio where we have a guest who will be shedding light into the whole issue. You were actually on ground when the primaries took place at Edo Central, if I got that correctly. Now, take us through the whole process. Was it free and fair? 2 winners were announced. Hope Uzodinma had declared a winner in person of Honorable Dennis Idahosa. The other returning officer for the state was sent from the NWC, announced Monday Okpewolo Akwakomiza as the winner. And of course, other persons are claiming that they actually won the election. So we have officially 2 people were announced winner and de facto 2 other winners. In APC, 1 political party, same day of primaries, different winners. Is that not confusing?
Well, I just have to be realistic. The primary did not actually meet the expectation of the people, if I must say. But in other words, it's a party affair. the internal mechanism of the party, which is currently led by the NWC, I think they will do justice to whatever crisis that have emanated from the primaries. And not only that, there is an appeal set up by the NWC. Maybe you are dissatisfied with the conduct of the primary, and you have your evidence and you have your facts. You can channel your facts and evidence to the appeal committee. And when you fail in appeal, then you can approach the court. So I think basically what have happened on Saturday is below the bed, is below the expectation of even an ordinary APC card carrying member. I wouldn't say the election was free and fair, nor will I say the election was manipulated. But all I can say, as I sit with you, is that there was an election, that the APC conducted their primaries on Saturday. And unfortunately, different winners emerged. So it is now going back to the NWC to actually tell us who is saddled with the responsibility to announce results and return results, and thereafter give certificate of return to the winner of who, in their own opinion, failed to win the election. So I am not going to be fast to say this person is the actual winner or this person.
But
is
if you actually said it's an internal affair, however, it have a way of affecting the people at large. Two winners officially announced, whether we like it or not. Two winners have emerged. Now we're now saying the NWC will have to battle with taking one person, because a leader of the party, Abdullahi Ganduje, actually congratulated one of the winners. So is that not a proof that they have already taken stand on who actually clinched the ticket for the party?
I think there is no two official winners as claimed by you.
So that it's in public domain.
Whatever is in public domain.
It was announced.
Listen, whatever is in the public domain can be what I would describe as personal views and opinion. But what we have as of today is that the NWC sent a representative led by Hope Uzodinma to come and conduct election in Edo State. And I believe that election has been conducted, even when we have fracas along the line. So it is their own wisdom to now tell us any of the candidates that scaled through the primaries. I cannot say there is an official declaration of two persons. I know there is one official declaration.
Okay. If you know that there's one official declaration and you're not telling Nigerians at this point, then it seems there are other things people need to know. But however, how will this impact the APC in the polls when we get to the main election?
Yeah, I think the new electoral act has settled some certain things within the party framework. In other words, election is coming on September, and we just have primary in February. So a responsible party leadership will set up a core reconciliation committee. So in attempting to reconcile the agreed parties, I, for example, as you introduced me, I'm an APC member. I am from Edo Central. Everybody knows my stand. But because I'm realistic, when the party approaches me, let's assume where I stand didn't work out. I wouldn't say because my opinion or my views, my sentiment didn't work out, I would dump the party or I would work against the party. But what I felt many party members we want to hear is the most by the leadership of the party to draw a logical conclusion and said, okay, no matter how you feel, we are one family. We can't destroy this family because the first son or the second son disagree with each other. The moment we disagreed, let us agree again for the purpose of winning election for the APC. I think that would be the bigger goal. That would be the biggest expectation from an average APC member out there who just felt, oh, I want APC to be in power. As we speak, apart from some of us who are actors in the primaries, only we have grieved, only we have this kind of concern. But there are some other members, the larger numbers of APC, who are also interested in the unity of the party to take over power from the current PDP government at the state level.
There's a concern that is actually getting the attention of almost every right-thinking Edo indigene. A political party that couldn't conduct a simple primary election where you don't really have so many people like that. I don't think if the whole APC card-carrying members who participated in that primary election are up to 15% of the entirety of Edo population. So if a party cannot conduct a simple state primary election, how can they take over power and lead Edo to the greater height and the Edo of our dream that everyone is dreaming about?
Well, I also think voting pattern does not necessarily mean card-carrying member of a political party. We have observers, we have the market women, we have the unions who are not party participants, if I may say, but they know where they are going to vote on election day. So I will not agree that even if they have not conducted a simple primary,
free and fair.
Let me say, if they have not conducted a simple primary,
free and fair.
I don't know what is free and
fair primary.
What I can say, the election was conducted freely and maybe fairly. But when maybe you talk of the credibility of the process, that is where the National Working Committee will come on board and resolve issues. But as I am concerned, we were not heard of ballot balls being snatched. We've not heard of people being killed. We've not heard of maybe crisis. Only what we see at the point of coalition, there was some misunderstanding within two brothers of the same family.
Journalists were beaten. Equipment were destroyed.
At the coalition
so many
center.
things went wrong. We saw some wounded. They were manhandled. As far as we're concerned, the state chairman of the NUG actually spoke against it in person of Comrade Festus Aleche. The public relations officer of Nigerian Police Force, Edo State Command, SP Chidi Wambuzo, actually had a press conference to address the issue. So if we are saying nothing really went wrong and things went wrong, how sincere are we as a party?
Get my point.
We want to get it.
I didn't say things did not go wrong. You were talking of...
You say little misunderstanding between two brothers.
You were talking about family issues. When you talk of maybe free, fair credibility, I said the process was free, fair. Until certain stages of the process, we see a lot of incredibility. So I can also describe it like it was free, fair, but not credible.
Okay.
So I am not saying the election was totally free from violence, because there was breaking of chairs and other items, just as you hitted journalists and the rest of it. So that totally discredits the entire process.
Okay, we'll get back to you. Dr. Abayomi, you're going to help us. You are the factional national publicity of the Labour Party from the Apapa faction. And there's no political party that doesn't really have their differences at this point. How will this affect the Labour Party, which used to be the headquarters of the obedient movement during the presidential election? Is it going to be a straight one for them, or are we expecting some kind of hiccups, just like we've seen in other political parties? Dr. Abayomi.
Well, for us, in Labour Party, everybody knows that we have been trying our best to bring the party together. But Apuri as a person, as who is actually a disaster in our party, has decided to make himself in corruption, and that has also eaten deep into our coming primaries, where he's just trying to manipulate the delegate list of his own faction. Actually, but whatever happens, definitely we see have a rubbing effect on the party as a whole. So we are watching the situation lately. Keenly, we are watching the situation keenly, because we know Abure is not a Democrat. Abure is one of the assassins of our democracy, where you collect money from people, yet you still want to put yourself there. Remember, instead of what release the list of 90 delegates, later we said they are going to do the delegate election tomorrow. We have done our own, acknowledged by INEC. For respect to them, I know once he finishes his own, INEC also acknowledged it. We are going to do our primary. He's going to do his own, but he is not a Democrat. He's not a Democrat, and that is why the difference between us and the APC is, we won't pretend that the house is well.
Okay.
Like
now,
them.
quickly, we'd like you to give us a clear breakdown. Some of these allegations are very, very weighty, and of course, they could be termed libelous. And of course, we saw where Oluchi Okpara, the suspended national treasurer, came out to say some things about the person of Julius Abure. But however, he has threatened to sue her. He's called that a defamation of character, and he said she's trying to destabilize the party. And you are coming up now with some weighty allegation. Do you have proofs to some of these things you are saying? Do you have proofs?
I'm busy for long. I'm even going to blame the Nigerian media. In law, they say you alleges must prove. Do you know that the forgery committed by Abure last year, we wrote to the court? The court confirmed that to us that that document was forged, upon which he was restrained. But because he has money, everybody is saying you are Abure is because he has money, and that's corruption. And these are some of the reasons you see me, people say I'm supporting Tinubu, because we have more criminal elements in the even Labour Party than APC. Like I said, Abure stole our money. And in his wife account, I have it. You can see they listed everything. And even Oluchi has gone to EFCC. I'm also proceeding to EFCC. Because I know that the best half of Abure is in possession of Labour Party 75 million naira. I know Abure ever transport, is letting catering and services. Money was transferred. We have it. But the president that wants to don't have money to push anything, just like INEC. The day we presented the court order to INEC, restraining Abure, they demanded for $150,000. Where are we going to get it? But because we don't have it, they left Abure there. They were calling letter for him. They were calling letter from him. But because he has money, as you can see, that is the money he was just spending anyhow. Ordinarily, Abure cannot give $150,000 until when he became our chairman. He cannot. I am his wife and see. I know him. I came to Benin when he was doing the father burial. He cannot afford $150,000. His best car was 1998 Toyota Corolla. Abure, Messiah, our former chairman can testify to it. Abure doesn't come by here to Abuja when we are doing. He was a member of the state executive there. I was also a state chairman when he was state secretary. When we are doing everything, Abure doesn't come by here. I have said it on television. He should come by. He should give us the manifest.
Okay, Dr. Abayomi, this is a national television, and you're bringing this weighty allegation. We hope we'll bring Dr. Barrister Abure to have a right of reply to some of these your allegations. We'd like to have this conversation again from this angle, but we hope to have Barrister Abure, so we'll have right of reply. But however, we'll be returning back to you in a moment. You said you have connection with the APC, and there have been allegations that you are aligning with the APC to destabilize the Labour Party. You just confirmed it, that people are saying you are closer to the APC. You said that.
I said we have corruptive elements in Labour Party and APC, and that is why I normally tell them that when you go to the clean hand, if you are a thief, don't be calling another person. If you are not calling another person, they don't have the morality. You have seen what happened between my Oluchi. You have seen what happened to Aisha Yusufu, the woman that will go here to say, oh, the president is a criminal. You saw, Yusufu asking, I've been saying we have an illegitimate president. This is rubbish. How can you say we have an illegitimate president when they are also thieves in Labour Party?
You are speaking like a de facto Dr. Abayomi. Dr. Abayomi, you are speaking like Dr. Abayomi. Dr. Abayomi, you are speaking like a de facto spokesperson now for the APC government. But we'll get back to you. We'll get back to you in a moment. We'll get back to you in a moment. Let's return back. We'll get back to you in a moment. Let's return back to the studio now. Comrade Isesele, let's quickly walk through. The election is close by. What are your expectations from EDO light? What should be the parameter to choose the next governor across party lines? Because you're sounding like a fair person now today. You don't want to
I'm
be...
always fair.
You're trying to be sincere in your submission. So what should Edo State people look out for in choosing the next governor?
Well, in all honesty, with sincerity of purpose, I think the capacity to deliver electoral votes is one of the requirements for any electoral process. So I will be happy to see all the candidates from various political parties. Thereafter, I'll be able to tell you individual ingredients that will bring victory to their party. But as it stands now, no party has a clear candidate as of today. But let me judge from the aspirations that have been outlined by political parties. I will tell you, for example, if the APC give Senator Monday Okpewolo, which people know as Akwakomi, that his ticket, for example, I think he has some element of popularity to win election. And he has a goodwill. Naturally, he's a good man. If, for example, the PDP project Aswin, I'm talking of Edo Central Zone, for example.
Okay.
Aswin, you see his energy and his charismatic as well. Highly intelligent, if I must say. So, and he's a marketer himself. I think he has the ability to also market himself to the people. When you come to Sedio Sogun or Mudiame, who is my brother, my elder brother from the local government women. These are people who has what it takes to win an election. Coming back to Edo South, where we also have the last of Akpata, Ogbede Hama, and Dennis Idahosa. These are people who have actually won election before. Ogbede Hama has won election twice as member House of Representatives. He knows how to win election. And during his time, he delivered. Dennis Idahosa is one of, I can describe him as one who fought a political battle and survived. Because ordinarily, you can't win the foundational winning strategy in Ovia federal constituency. But we saw how he was able to dismantle that strategy and put himself on the front line. So he's young, he has the energy, and he's politically okay. Then go to Akpata, you can see his energy, very vast in knowledge, and a barrister who I believed know the rules of the game. So either way you look at it, all the political parties have been able to bring up forward aspirants who have individual capacities to win election for their various political parties.
You didn't take us to a donut in your analysis.
I was still coming.
But we'll get back to you. Let's return back to Dr. Abayomi. Dr. Abayomi, there are speculations that Labour Party is having a kind of connection with some political party in Edo State to actually deliver a particular candidate. We don't know how true is that. Could you share more light to that?
Just like I said, I am going to state the fact. In 2021, I knew Abure took me then to know 2022, yes. Before a primary, I know we had a meeting. That time he told me there was a problem between Governor Baseki and the down OP, when he came to PDP. And I knew there was arrangement, that also causes issue between us. When the governor was asking that all House of from PDP moved to Labour Party for 33 million, and that was part of our departure point with Abure. We know Abure is a mode, it's a PDP mode in Labour Party. It's a friend of Governor Baseki. I have said this as a fact, and investigation also been conducted. Go and check all our candidates in the assembly. None of them was a member of Labour Party. You know them. They are from PDP. They now domicile them in Labour Party, thinking he would not have his way in the court with Dan Obi, which eventually he did, and that was why those people were asked to withdraw the Labour Party. Go and check them. You have been in. They are not members of Labour Party. So he's working with Governor Basek to destabilize and to destroy Labour Party. That is what I'm going to say.
Okay, thank you very much, Dr. Abayomi. Let's just have the final word. Take us to a donut. We need to wrap up now for the next segment. 10 seconds.
Yeah, Edo not also have quality materials there. I think in Labour Party, I cannot really figure out the aspiration. But I think the PDP, the current deputy governor is there. And we have the just retired permanent secretary of agriculture, Afolabi. These are great men who have done well for themselves. When you go to Onwa, it's where Afolabi come from, you will see the development he has done there. So if I want to judge by a practical reality of development, I would say Afolabi is good to go. Half of the deputy governor, I cannot actually say something about it, because we stand today, he's part and parcel of this current government, which I have consistently criticized. So if I should criticize Obaseki government, shall I go with him?
We need to go now. Thank you very much for your honest submission. And thank you so much, Dr. Abayomi, for taking time to join us virtually.